find string /I, and then we could say OS name. So I could pick up all the operating system information, and I know that I'm running system 11, I'm sorry, Microsoft Windows 11 Professional, and that way it is detecting it correctly here. So when I said the about, I knew that it was Windows 11, and when I said right here, as soon as I click, automatically it comes out with download page. But if I just want it for Mac, then I have to click on Mac. On Mac and Windows, they both have packages that are available. Notice that you click on that Mac, you get package. On Linux platform, whether you're running a Fedora distribution like Red Hat or Rocky or Linux Ubuntu or something, you have to make sure that curl is installed. And then curl is to say that download this one, and then at the same time run Bourne shell on it, the output of this one, and execute it and install it for me. So this one line command will just install it whether you have it on Mac or Mac or not sorry, no, whether you have it on Linux Red Hat or Linux Ubuntu or Linux Fedora distribution or Rocky version. Previous version was CentOS, which is Community Enterprise Edition of operating system that was end of life, and it was replaced to Rocky. Red Hat is still acquired by IBM, and then it's running under RHEL 9 and RHEL 10, Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9 and version 10. Most of the companies have version 8.10 and production, and then they are upgrading to 9. So you could run it on these ones with this command. I'm going to demonstrate a couple of these things also. For Windows, once you are going here, you download this package. When you click on download, automatically, based on your profile on the downloads directory, this Ollama setup.exec is coming. So when you double click on this one, basically it runs and you just walk through the steps. It's like a few minutes. It's just you have to go with the default setting. It is going to check on your hard disk to make sure you have enough space, and then it will install it for you. Once the software is installed, then you have everything ready. So by double clicking on this one, if I just do this one right now, you will see it opens this one, Ollama, and then it says, do you want to install it? Even though I have installed it, I'm going to just try to show you some of these steps. Otherwise, I could go to the command line and just use it. But just to make sure that you could do the same thing. So if there's anything here that I need to explain, I'll just walk you through these steps. So you click on the install here, and then it is going to extract the files. So it's going to see that it's under app data local programs. It is going to create all these dynamic link libraries and executables. Once they are done, basically it will just install the software. So the software is already installed. I just repeat this one, and the models I have done it. So let's find out that if it is smart enough to just keep the model that I have already, which I'm going to open here a command prompt, and I'm going to clear a screen and say Ollama list. And then I'm going to see, it says now this Ollama is an upgrade in progress. So that looks like it detected it, but it is trying to upgrade it to see if I have the latest version or not. Since I have already downloaded the information, I'm going to check my resources to make sure I have enough hard disk space and also memory. So the way to do it is you go to your C drive, and then right click here and just say properties, and then we see the size. We have about 105 gigabyte free, which is a lot than I need. Maybe I need like 20 gig or something. So right now it's doing all the installation, which is very easy to just walk them and then make sure that they are there. all the icons. Now everything is installed, all those binaries, it just opens the interface for me. You can see here. So if I want to use the graphical interface here, I could just start a question here, send a message, whatever I want to do that one, I could do that one. So if I say Ollama help, and then see if it gives me any kind of output, or just, it is basically saying that go ahead and make a message. So it is trying to find out if help is like I'm searching for help or not. That is not good for this one, because at this time it's waiting for me to search for something. So I could do Control C and then drop it. And then right here, you see the GTPS 20B. It is all of these models that are available for me to just use. And then notice that I say Ollama help, and then it says that I'm trying to search it, thinking. So it is doing some kind of research to figure out the answer to my question. And then now it says Ollama quick start guide, troubleshooting. Ollama is lightweight, self-hosted framework that lets you run large language model, a workload locally on your machine. That's very important, locally, and opposed to open and AI and like ChatGPT that it runs on the internet while you're asking questions. And it is on CPU, GPU, and other resources that you have, which is Apple Silicon. So installation on Windows, it talks about it. Notice that it is telling you that if you want to just get a large language model that is not already downloaded to your machine, you just use Ollama argument by pull command, and then the name of the large language model. And this one, the version 3.2 of Llama is going to be downloaded. And then once you did this one, if you do Ollama list, and then you will see this large language models available, then you could do Ollama run, and then Llama 3.2. So this is like telling you a lot of this stuff. And if I just say I know these stuff are very basic on the graphical interface, so maybe I could just practice it on command line, and then in the command line syntax are also showing here. See now, it just tells you a lot of this. So you don't have to memorize these commands, but the commands are very simple to do this one. Everything that you do it is just a piece of cake for you. So let me just minimize this window and then go to this other one. And then first I do Ollama list now. Since installed, you see that all my large language model that I had downloaded already, it is there. So I'm going to maximize this window and then bring this zoom on the bottom. And I think that's good enough. So you can see here, the first time when I was doing the installation, it just says upgrade in progress. But now the upgrade completed, this is Ollama is the binary that you're running the commands. So Ollama help will just give you all the syntax that you want. So if you want to serve it, start the Ollama, create a model, show information for model, run to run a model. Once you kind of pull that model, then you can run it if it's locally. So all of these ones that are here already pulled, then the first time I get them, I could just say Ollama run and then run this one, for example. This is the name. Whatever is the name, you just provide the argument to it. At the same time, if you want to, when you run it, if you want to get the parameters information, you could pull and show those information as well as get the process or remove the package if you want to do it. So let's get started with a couple of these commands. One thing that is funny, if you just forgot what was it called, Ollama, because the problem is that a lot of these names that it comes in, it is a large language AI model for the Meta AI stuff, but you might forget the syntax of the help, or you might forget the name. What was it, Ollama or something else? But if you forgot Ollama, think about Obama, right? Obama, right? So just replace the B to double L, and then now you got it right. So, and then from now on, if you associate Ollama with Obama, you will never forget this large language model. And that is funny, right? So that is how you remember the name. But let's go back to Ollama, and I'm gonna say Ollama, and I'm gonna do list. And then I forgot the A here, so you have to type it correctly, which I'm going to do this one, and then see it. Now, notice that if each language model that is there, it is telling me that, okay, I have those ones, but if I want to just show information on this one, like I say, Ollama, show, and then info, at this time, no language model is running. Or if I do a PS command, for example, I'm not seeing anything. So when you do a show or info, it says that no model is loaded. So I want to load this smaller one. But before I do load this smaller one, let's run the memory command and say system info. And then instead of this one for find string, I'm going to say show me my memory. So on the operating system, on Windows, you can run system info. On Linux, you can say meminfo, and then top, free, and a lot of other commands, right? So right here, we're just using system information, find a string, memory, mem is good enough to match the string. So it says my physical system is 32 gig. And then how much is available is 7 gig, the rest is used. And then there's a lot of virtual memory. I have 49 gig max size. And then these 49 gig, sometimes because of the heap size, could grow on the virtual memory. And then also you have swap space that could come and go from the hard disk, but memory is based on physical memory, and the virtual memory is memory that is coming on the system as a result of heap size growing and shrinking. So the virtual memory, once you turn off your computer, it doesn't exist. It's based on virtual. It is not real, right? But the physical memory is real. This is what hardware-wise I have 32 gig. So from this 32 gig, now it says virtual memory is this, how much available of physical memory I have after operating system is loaded and all these applications that I'm running, all of them, if I go to the task manager, for example, task manager, and look at system performance, like you can see processors, performance for memory, all of the things that are loaded here, all of them are showing on memory how much I have, 24 gig and 7.3 gigabyte available. So all of that one with virtual memory and everything else is there. At the same time, CPU-wise, how am I doing in terms of performance? And disk-wise, how am I doing on I/O? All of that information, network, how I'm doing. But because I'm running everything locally, in this case, I'm not worrying about Ethernet cable or wireless cable or anything. So all I have to make sure that when I load these models, I have enough memory, and then I have enough space to just download the repository or library. So in this case, I have enough. I'm going to just load this smallest one. And then the way to run it is say Ollama run, because I already did that one. So I'm going to give the name of this one. You don't have to type in the latest, but it's good to just make sure it is unique. If you have Ollama 3.1 or something, you could do Ollama 3.2, and that's good enough. Now it is already saying that it's run, and then it is waiting on the Python prompt. says send a message. So at this time, you know that this is basically it's open source, but a lot of it is built on Python. Python has NumPy modules, it has pandas modules, it has the TensorFlows, it has a lot of modules that you can build all these stuff. Of course, you can do a lot of these one in C++ and Java and other languages as well. But Python is one of these languages that a lot of these models are built, because Python is also open source. And then, so it is having a lot of modules in the community is really rich in terms of robustness and availability. So I'm going to just say, what is the question? Let's say, what is the age of Earth? Let's see if it tells me a good answer here. Right away, it says the age of Earth is approximately 4.54 billion years old. So this is 4.4 billion years ago, approximately. This term, even like if you just say, how do you calculate it? It tells you that how they find it, what kind of information they're researching it, and then based on what, right? Radioactive and other stuff that they detected. And then right here, you can see 4.5, and that still gives you a lot of details. Then you say, how they determine that? How do they determine that? So now we're asking the question, say, okay, you predicted about 4.56 billion years, and then it says uranium, potassium, all of that information is there. Earth involves various specific methods. So this telling you that they are checking on these type of age of rocks or minerals